session. This will be a grammar session in which we are going to take phrase, clause and sentence types. So let's get started. Before beginning with our first topic, that is phrases, I would like to first tell you that what is sentence. Because before understanding phrases, it's very important that we should know that what is a sentence and its two parts. Sentence is a group of words which, when arranged in a particular order, makes a complete meaning. For example, he is an intelligent boy. So, the words should be arranged in a particular order. If the order of these words will not be like that, that will not be a complete sentence. Now, let's talk about two parts of sentences, that is subject and predicate. A sentence has a topic called the subject and a description or information about the subject is called predicate. That means whatever we are talking about the subject is called its predicate. Now let's see an example. He is an intelligent boy. In this sentence, he is the subject and is an intelligent boy is the predicate. Now let's see what is a phrase. A phrase is a group of words just like a sentence is. It may consist of two or more words and has some meaning but lacks the characteristics of a sentence. And which are those characteristics? They are subject and predicate. It lacks the structure of a subject and predicate. So in a phrase, there may be two or more words and they might have a meaning, but it does not have a subject and a predicate that I have explained you just now. Now let's start with types of phrase. There are 5 types of phrases: noun phrase, verb phrase, adjective phrase, adverbial phrase and prepositional phrase. Now let's start with first type of phrase, that is noun phrase. Noun phrase. It functions as a noun and may be used as a subject, an object or complement in a sentence. Let's see few examples. The first example is, my father is very honest. In this sentence, the words my father is a noun phrase and because it functions as a subject in this sentence. The second example is, they have bought a new house. In this sentence, a new house is a noun phrase and it is functioning as an object in the sentence. The third example is, my mother is a university professor. In this sentence, a university professor is a noun phrase because it is functioning as a complement of the sentence. So as you have seen that a noun phrase can be a subject, an object or a complement in a sentence. Now let's move on to our next type of phrase. Verb phrase. It functions as the verb in a sentence and may consist of a single verb or an auxiliary or helping verb and main verb. Now let's see few examples. The first example is, birds fly. In this sentence, the word fly is functioning as a single verb. In the next example, the birds are flying. The words are flying are functioning as a verb. Now the third example is, the birds have been flying for 2 weeks. In this sentence, have been flying is a verb phrase. Now let's move on to our next type of phrase, that is adjectival phrase. Adjectival phrase. It functions as an adjective in a sentence and may contain a determiner and an adjective. Let's understand adjectival phrase with the help of an example. The lady standing behind me is my neighbor. In this sentence, the words standing behind me is an adjectival phrase because it is describing the noun the lady and comes after the noun the lady. That is why it is an adjectival phrase. Now let's move on to our next type of phrase, that is adverbial phrase. Adverbial phrase. It functions as an adverb in a sentence and often modifies the meaning of a verb or another adjective. It often talks about a time, a place, or the manner of doing something. Let's understand adverbial phrase with the help of some examples. The first example is the children are playing in the garden. Here, in the garden is an adverb phrase because it tells us about the place where children are playing. Second is the match will start at 7 p.m. Here, at 7 p.m. is an adverb phrase that tells us about the time when the match will start. The third example is she sang very beautifully. Here, very beautifully is an adverb phrase that tells us about the manner in which she sang. Prepositional phrase. It consists of a preposition and a noun or a pronoun or a noun phrase. A prepositional phrase usually functions as an adjective or an adverb. Now let's understand prepositional phrase with the help of few examples. Let's see the first example. I have ordered a pizza with cheese toppings. Here, with cheese toppings is a prepositional phrase that is functioning as an adjective of the noun pizza. Second is we passed through a garden. Here, through a garden is a prepositional phrase that is functioning as an adverb showing a place. I hope you all have understood the topic. See you in the next session. Till then, bye-bye and take care.